Shalom, shalom. Welcome to Elevation Talk. I'm your host, Prophetess Njifia Mwale, and I'm going to be talking you into your next level. Thank you so much for tuning in. To everybody who's been subscribing, thank you. I appreciate all of you for subscribing to our channel, for sharing this content and helping me, educate our continent and our country one click, one share at a time, getting everybody woke so we can be in the right frame of mind and in the oneness of mind. I'm so happy that you've been tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed our last videos. We've done a couple of episodes, and if you haven't watched them, we're gonna link some of them up here, so be able to just tune in after this video. So today I'm gonna be talking about some fantastic women, phenomenal women, trailblazing women in Africa, in Zambia, and I want to just give them their dues, because we're going to be doing a series where we'll be talking about women who are doing great things in entrepreneurship and running great businesses and impacting our economy. And we'll be celebrating those women because, we live in a time where so many people are getting educated with the mentality to just want a job. But, some of these women are realizing that the real money that's going to help our economies, help us as people, is in entrepreneurship and industrialization and being part of these sectors that have been taken over by bigger parties for a very long time. So I want to celebrate these women, and I hope you can celebrate them with me. And the entire list is absolutely, truly Zambian. So I'm going to start with Zambian women because, I don't want to go why I want to start with Zambian women. But, I just want to celebrate my own before I can move on to celebrate other people. And we have amazing Zambian women who've been doing so much in the areas of business. So I'm going to mention a few, and we'll come back again next week with a few. So this is going to be a series, so do not miss out. You might be living next to some important future people, so just make sure you stick with the channel and tune in whenever we are on. So the first lady I'm going to be discussing, very interesting lady, and I enjoyed learning about her and who she is. Her name is Lelemba Phiri Mbakumawa, and she's an award-winning educator. Okay, she's a writer, she's a keynote speaker, and she runs an organization named Gender Lens Angel Investor. So it's like an investment trust, and she actually manages almost about 100 million rands from investors, and she helps to empower women who are interested in investing in our economy or starting businesses. She helps empower those women. She creates a platform where women can come to her and she can find sourcing to invest into their businesses. She is amazing. Lelemba, if you're watching this, we appreciate you here in Zambia, and I really, really get happy. I'm a total girl's girl. I'm the kind of woman who supports other women, and I support you. I celebrate you. For those who are looking into investment platforms, look her up. Look her up, Lelemba Phiri, and I hope I said your name right. Okay, so Lelemba is also a director and a shareholder of Zona, an African mobile payments business that enables community entrepreneurs to provide much needed financial services, right? And if you know her, tag her below, send her this video so she can know that all her works and efforts are not in vain. Somebody's watching and we celebrate you. So I'm going to move on to the next lady, and I know this lady, I've seen a lot of articles about her and on social media, and her name is Maria Zalunis. I'm not sure what her married name is. But it's Maria Zalumis, her maiden names, and she's the founder of Tuzini Farms. So this woman's been farming cabbage and tomato on a large scale. And to me, it's amazing because agriculture is one of those sectors that brings in a lot of revenue into our countries. And it's one of those sectors where people have been doing for a long time, and they don't let other people in. You know what I mean? So they're making billions of money in the farming. So it's good to see not just a young person, but a young black woman dominating. And I celebrate your business. And if you know her, again, tag her, let her know that she's one of those trailblazers. there are so many people who are like, I don't know how to go into entrepreneurship. I'm giving you these names so you can look for these women and say, listen, mentor me. I want to grow potatoes. How do you do it? What platforms can I take my produce to? How are you succeeding? And we need to be able to ask the right questions. There's nothing wrong with seeking for a mentor. Before I move on, I just want to give a very brief background on Maria's education, right? So she has a bachelor's in nursing, master in cardiology, and a diploma in business. Isn't that interesting? So she's very educated, and I love so much when I see a person use their education, apply their education in an unconventional way, right? Because a lot of times it's education, get a job, but there are people who are getting education so they can shift their paradigm of thought. Let education change the way that you think. Educate yourself to be able to think outside the box, and I am so happy that she's doing this. While we are on the topic of farming, I'm going to be discussing another lady, and this lady's name is Wupe Chipili Mulapesi. I hope I said that right, Wupe. And you never guess what she does. Wupe Chipili Mulapesi owns Farm 23 Strawberries, and she grows strawberries. So she grows strawberries. Like, there's so much imported stuff in our countries, and I'm asking myself why we need to have more policies that make sure that these local supermarkets, these big stores, are buying the produce that is produced here in Zambia, and just give way to people who are trying. Okay, so she's growing strawberries. I didn't even know that we had a strawberry, a big time strawberry farmer here in Zambia. And of course, she's been looking for aid. If you want to support her business, you're looking for investments, if you want to help her grow, you're interested in this kind of business, send this to somebody. If you make jams and you need somebody who's, doing strawberries, there she is. If you, whatever you want strawberries for, let us support our local sisters who are trying their best to succeed. Wupe, I am proud of you, and I am so happy. This really makes me excited to see women trailblazing. The next people, and I combine these people, right? I combine these people because I think they're sisters. I'm making an assumption because they share a maiden name, but this is Chinga Musonda and Lynn Musonda. Musonda Piriba Zulu, right? So these are her full names, and these women own Savannah Premium Chocolate. They're Zambian. They own a chocolate business, and for those of you who don't know, that they are actually awarded in 2019. I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm going to read here. It says European Bronze International Chocolate Award for their ginger milk chocolate. Why don't you know this? When we walk into shops, we're #1 to support every international business. But here, these ladies, I don't know a single person who does not enjoy chocolate. And let's promote their businesses already. Like I I've mentioned before that in my past videos, that chocolate is $103 billion industry, and black people, black women, Africans need to have a stake in this, being that we grow our own, we grow cocoa here in Africa. The majority of cocoa is grown in Africa. So this makes me happy to see black women actually refining something that is being produced in Africa. And I learned that they buy their cocoa in Tanzania. Some of you didn't even know Tanzania produces cocoa, right? I'm happy to educate you. So they produce cocoa, they buy the cocoa from Tanzania, and then they're able to make different flavors that have never even been heard before. I've never had ginger chocolate personally. Chinga and Lynn, if you're watching this, send me a box, okay? I've never had this, and please support them. Go and look out for their business, Savannah Premium Chocolate. Check every shop before you pick up any other produce from international places. So these two are sisters, and it makes me so proud to see women working together and families working together, because a lot of times there's this stigma and this bad rep that working with family never works out. But we see two sisters here doing it, and I am so very proud of them. And if you're watching this, and you don't know how to start a business, I'm going to be doing a video on what are the first steps to take to start a business here in Zambia. And I'll do a few African countries. Whatever country you're in watching this from, let me know if you're interested in me also adding your country. If it's Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, I'll be happy to do it, to let you know the first steps that you need to take in order to start a business, which bodies you need to register with, what you need to do, if you need a patent, if you need to copyright your business. I am happy to share those steps with you, and where to find investments as well. So So if you're watching this, you feel hopeless about your business ideas, I want to encourage you again that, you know, if God is doing it for these women, he can do it for you too. And just quickly, I'm going to be discussing one more woman, and stay with me. The last woman I'm going to discuss, her name is Musebu Sichula Mulligan. Okay, I hope I pronounced your last name right, Mulligan. And she's very dear to my heart, right? And she owns the Terrace Apartments in Kalundu. If you've heard of Terrace Apartments, I've lived there. They are glorious. They are amazing. They are just adorable. You know, her decor is on point. The service is just perfect, immaculate, and exceptional service, to be honest. And I'm just so happy to bring her up. So we love your business. It's in Kalundu. If you know anybody who needs accommodation, who needs a furnished apartment, that's the woman you need to see. She also, actually, I shouldn't even be calling her Museo, because she's actually a doctor. She has a PhD in finance, so she's also very educated. And but she's branched into business, and her business is an amazing. You'd have to see it. I'll see if I can get pictures and we'll post them up here so you can see what I'm talking about. So if you need accommodation, whatever you need, rented apartments, you need like anybody who doesn't want to live in a hotel but wants the comfort of a luxury apartment, that's the woman for you. I am proud of her business. I am proud of you. And please support all of these women, and I'll be back next week with a longer list of women trailblazing in our continent and in our country, Zambia. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you keep watching, you might make my list. Shalom, shalom. Thank you.